just waiting for it. Hello, guys. My name is AL-NASHEET. I go by DVLZGAME on social media. And today we're going to talk together about what's next for social media. I'm going to be joined by a couple of my friends who happen to be also amazing influencers. They have over, what, multi-millions followers? I'm going to introduce them now. We're going to have more vlogs with us. Muhammad. Yeah, you can come in. How you doing, man? Good.
Hello.
Hello. I think someone is checking their mic. We also have Just Saeed Ahmed, the guy behind Just Soul. How you doing, man? We have the queen of cars, SUPERCARBLONDIE, with us. And last, we have the amazing comedian, Bimbaz. Are you testing your mic?
Check, check.
Check, check.
Does mine work?
I think everyone's mic is working except Bimbaz. We don't want to.
Hello, hello.
Oh. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Is mine working? Yeah.
I like that everyone's holding the mic. It's like
Making sure it works.
Yeah.
Everyone is
We
nervous.
don't actually get to usually see people. We just usually get to see a camera.
Yes.
So this is weird.
This is weird, right?
Yeah.
I'm not used to it. I'm used to talking to a big stage, but it's different. It's different.
This is nervous. I'm nervous. Really nervous.
Don't be. We're friends. We're just gonna talk. We're just gonna chat together. So we're gonna talk about what's next for social media. What's next for you guys? So the first question will be, when you started, did you think that you're gonna reach where you reach right now?
No idea. Honestly, when I first started, like my goal, the end goal was 100,000 subscribers. Like that was it. And then it kind of happened, and I was like, wow. And that's it. That's the story of my life. After that, everything else is a bonus. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
For me, I just wanted to reach 10K. So like 3 years ago, I just wanted to have the K. I didn't want to have numbers anymore. But with Jesu, he's such a unique character that I kind of had the vision for him. I kind of knew that he would, make it in the comedy world.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Bimbaz?
Well, I didn't have any goals.
You didn't have any goals?
No, I was just doing it because I was like feeling good. I was just happy.
Nice.
Like I was seeing like people are happy about my videos, so I was just keep doing it.
Okay.
Until I suddenly like I see like I have millions of and until to like when people start coming taking pictures and I'm like, wait, like who I am? Take pictures. So it's like it's weird, and then I start to get used to it. So yeah, now I have a goal, which is like trying to be in a movie or something.
In a movie or something.
Yeah.
That's what's next for you.
For me, I didn't expect it, obviously. I just was blown away that I could be driving these cars, so I just kept uploading my experience of that, and I was like, wow, people actually want to see this. And yeah, it just went from there. So I don't think you can go into this expecting followers, you know. It's just if you work really hard on producing cool content, then people will find you. Yeah, so.
I think we all started as, this was our passion, like something that we liked, something that we enjoyed, and that's why we went with it. Like, for you it was comedy, for you wanted to show people your life, your lifestyle, and for you it was different.
No, for me it was comedy as well.
Yes, comedy and cars.
Yeah.
So it's all about passion. When you achieved your first million, like the first million followers or subscribers, how was that feeling?
For me, I was quite excited. I remember the moment. Well, I had 1 million followers on Facebook first, and that was quite cool. I just looked at it one day and I was like, whoa, because it happened so quickly. I think it happened like in a matter of months or something. And then my first million on Instagram was in LA, and I was just like looking down on LA thinking, what is this life? This is so incredible. And I did celebrate. I took a moment to celebrate, but at 1 million, it's almost like you have such a huge responsibility to keep producing amazing content. It's like once you get to a certain level, it's not like you can stop and just celebrate. It's even more of a responsibility now to create content that people want to watch.
Nice.
So, yeah.
What about
Oh,
you?
me? What was the question?
How did you feel like when you reached?
Oh, the first
achieved your
million?
first million?
Honestly, I was more excited about 100K. Like, I really loved that like little silver thing YouTube sent you. So I was like, at 100K, that's all, I didn't want anything else. But now, it's just like, now I want that diamond one, you know, the 10 million.
10 million.
But no, it was like 100K was the best feeling ever because like, I realized, yo, I can make this like a job, but I love it. So it's like, whoa, I can do this every day. But then after that, it just kind of just became like cool. It was like everything else was a bonus. That's it.
Nice. I like that. I keep looking at you, and you're like, "Are you looking at me?"
Like my first million is
Your
like
first million.
yeah, you know like how Arabs like reactions are very cold.
We're not
So-
cold.
so-
We're not cold.
So
What do you mean?
when I reached like first million, it's like I called my dad. I'm like, yo, dad, like I just reached 1 million, and he's like, okay.
What
I'm
does
like,
that mean?
I reached 1 million, dad, like 1 million followers. He's like, so what?
Where's the money?
Where's the money? Like, so what? Where's the money? Like, did they give you a house?
Yeah.
Like, no. So okay, yalla, bye.
Bye.
So yeah, it was very cold, but like I was so happy.
You were so happy with it.
Yeah, I was so happy, and the people like who supported me, they were all happy, and everyone sharing like, oh, like you reached like 1 million, like congratulations. So yeah.
What about you, Said?
I was definitely excited,
Yeah.
you know, but I was like in the middle of Africa. That's where I live, so I couldn't really celebrate much. But for me, I'm never really satisfied. I always want to, you know, grow more and more. And like she said, there's a lot of pressure. So to come up with content and create content is definitely difficult.
Yeah.
Before I talk with you about like what's next for you all, guys, I want to know, like, I want to take you back to the first moment, like when you decided to go and jump and be like, as an influencer or a content creator, like what was that reason? Like what was the reason behind you guys jumping to that platform?
Well, I'll start. I had a full-time job on the radio and for about 5 years, and I was hosting a show, co-hosting a drive show, and I loved it. And that's what I studied for. I studied broadcast journalism, and I was like, wow, I'm actually doing something that actually led to like what I studied, which is not usually the case for most people, right? And I really loved it, and I just got this opportunity to drive these cars, and I was like super happy about that. But every single weekend on the side of my job, I was creating content. So every night when I came home at 9 p.m. from my full-time job, I was working to create content till, you know, midnight, uploading 1, 2 a.m. And then on the weekends, every single weekend was creating content. And I didn't get to see my friends. I didn't get to do anything that I was doing in my free time beforehand. So it was almost like I had 2 full-time jobs. And so I just had to make the decision, like, what am I going to do with this? I think I got to 50,000 followers on Instagram with my full-time job. I was like, I can't have 2 feet in like 2 different jobs. So I just had to make the decision, right, I've got this incredible opportunity. What am I going to do with it? Let's just jump in. So yeah, I quit last April. And it was a big decision actually, because I'd quit what I'd known for so long. And it's so easy just to do that every single day. You go into your job and you know exactly what you're doing. You studied this, you've done it for years.
It's more stable for you.
It was so stable, and you get a paycheck at the end of the month and you don't have to worry about it. And then you get another opportunity and you think, right, am I going to run with this? I mean, it's a business, right? You're basically jumping into creating your own business, and it's not an easy decision at all. But it's something that if you work really hard at, I think that none of us would look back and say, I wish I was doing that.
Something else.
It was a good decision.
Yeah, it was a good decision, yeah.
I keep forgetting the question. What was it? No, seriously.
What was the reason behind you jumping on social media?
So actually, before social media, I was at university. I was in London, and I really hated it. I'm gonna be honest. Like that was like the worst thing ever. So that's kind of what pushed me into social media. And I was just doing something that wasn't for me. I was doing maths. Like it was just like so not me. But so during my university, I was doing YouTube on the side. And then that summer, I was like, hey, listen, if you really want to stop doing this, you have to prove it to yourself in summer. So that summer on my my 3-month break, I did every single day vlogging. And then I was like, okay, if I can like show myself and show my family like I'm getting somewhere, I'm gonna do it full time. So that summer I hit about 30K, which was enough to show them I'm getting somewhere. So I took like a 1-year gap break, and like it was the best thing ever. Like I just did YouTube full time that year, and Yeah, I never went back to university, but I mean, it worked out, so I'm happy for now.
How long is the gap break now?
Yeah, it's been like 3 years now and going, so.
Would you ever go back?
No way. I'm actually really happy because I feel like everything's meant to be. So I actually got an offer from the best university in London, and I missed my grades by 1 grade. And that was like the worst thing that happened. I was like, no, how did I miss it? Like, it was at LSE, London School of Economics. Yeah. Wow. So I missed that, and I went to another university. But like looking back at it, I feel like it was meant to be, because if I went there, maybe I would have just like chosen to continue. Yeah. But yeah, it just worked out this way, and I'm so happy. So that's what I'm doing.
What about you, Sai?
For me, it's kind of a different story, because I work with Jasu, and he's when I finished university, I actually finished, but I moved to Africa to work with my dad. Yeah. And I was there, and it was like a culture shock for me, and it was something I wasn't really used to. I didn't really have people to hang around with. I didn't really meet a lot of people. I didn't socialize, and I also felt disconnected because I wasn't posting much on social media. So then I met Sul, and he's a funny character. And then I had this vision for him where I said, I can create funny content with this guy. And I started posting his stuff on my Instagram, and I saw how people were, interacting with it and engaging with it. And I said, you know what, this guy can go somewhere. So I started creating the content with him. And now he's like my wife. He's like traveling with him everywhere. I'm like disconnected from my friends, my family, and I'm just with him everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah, like for me, like I believe like everyone has energy, like they can put it somewhere. So I think like the social media is the best way, like you can show everyone
to express
like,
yourself.
To express yourself, like because before I start anything, like I was playing football, so I was so good at it. But like at the end of the day, like you need connection and you need stuff like you need to wait for the right. But no one was appreciating like. So I started doing social media. It's like an open door. So you just express yourself to the world, and you don't need any connection or you don't need nothing. Just yourself, your camera,
and your creativity. Like it's all your mind.
Yeah, that's it.
I like that. I like that. So we all had that moment where we doubted what we are doing because of a comment, of an experience. What was like the lowest moment for you in social media? Like a moment that, or let's say someone that said something to you or someone that did something to you in social media.
At the beginning, I thought, I'm here to do business with my dad, and I'm here filming this Indian guy at work. What is my dad gonna think of me? So I was doing everything low key. Yeah. And but then I saw that people were supportive of what I was doing. And I guess today, like, the hardest part is coming up with content, knowing that there's millions of people following you and there's a pressure that you get. And people don't really realize that as influencers, you also get a lot of pressure. What you see, it's funny, it's fun and stuff, but it's also a job. Like
it takes a lot of work for you to...
some people depend on it. Some people make their living out of it. So to continue creating content and coming up with ideas and staying relevant is something that as creators you have to keep on thinking about all the time. So I think that's like the low part.
The low part.
As you said, like creating content, like as fun as it looks sometimes, like for me, I've done it every day for like 3 years.
Tiring.
That's like 1,000 videos, So it does get hard, like trying to think, what do I do today? Like every single day. And I think one thing about you were saying like low points, I feel like as creators, when we're doing good, we never really feel bad or look at the comments. But if we have those down days where, let's say, we're supposed to get 1 million views, but we get 500,000, then we try and look for answers like, wow, why is it not doing good? And then you start realizing the bad comments, and it starts getting to you, okay, maybe they're right, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I look a certain way,
They're wrong.
Yeah, but they're wrong.
Then it starts playing with your head.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And you just shouldn't let that happen, because then once you get back into it and you're, booming again,
then you forget about
anything, and then you can, think positive all the time. You're inspired all the time. You need to believe that there's things that are going to happen tomorrow and the day after, things that you can actually create content about, things that are going to be trending. So my advice to creators is to just always be positive, never force content, never,
Yeah, it's so important. Just don't read the haters. Yeah.
Keep on going.
There was a moment last year, I'm going to be really honest here, but there was a moment last year when, so I'd quit my job and then my videos started like getting shared on all these platforms, right? And when your videos start getting shared on other people's platforms, it just starts appearing everywhere in people's feeds and they don't know who you are, and either that's awesome because it means they discover you and they love you and they follow you, or you get the real haters, like the really bad keyboard warriors. And some of the comments would just get so bad that I actually had to go and see a therapist. Like it got to that point where I just was so down about everything. My account actually got shut down, I think, from people like reporting something. Nothing wrong with the content, just people were getting annoyed by it and because it was popping up everywhere and they started reporting it. So my account got shut down for 3 days and I was like, wow, like I've just quit my job and now I don't even have an account. What am I doing? And you know, all of these haters and everything. So I actually went to see someone and it really helped me. And I think that people shouldn't be afraid to speak about how they feel and just embrace what they're going through because they're real emotions. You know, we are people. And now, obviously, I laugh at the comments because they're all just the same. They're just the same stuff that people have to say over and over.
But aren't haters are the reason why you are successful? Because you get the people that love you, but you get the people that hate you, that will follow everything that you do, and they will act like they are your fans. But they will hate on you. So they will leave the comments. They will watch the whole video. They will comment. They will be the first to comment on your video.
More comments is good. More engagement.
Yeah, more.
It's good for the engagement.
But they'll hate you on social media, and then when they meet you, all they want to do is take a selfie. And you're just like, oh, I love you, I love you. And like I've caught people out doing that actually. But it's good because if you don't have haters, it means that your content isn't actually saying anything. It's just like meh. Your content is either here nor there to someone. You know, it's just like, well, we don't really care about that content. You've got to create content that either people are going to love or hate, so that you're actually saying something real and you're evoking emotion in people. Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, it's like you can't make everyone like
happy.
to like you. Like just we will have certain type of people like they will like this brand or this brand. So it's just like, you cannot convince everyone to just be yourself. Just do whatever you want to do, because at the end of the day you can't convince all the people like to love you or to do this thing. Like just everyone with his mentality.
I actually I'd like to meet one of these people just to kind of understand, because I really still don't understand how people have time to just go there and just, you know, type in negative stuff.
We did meet and greet, and when we meet these people, I think it's more about attention. They want, because you read all the positive comments, but when you see the negative, that's what your eyes like are not used to. So it will caught your eyes, and that they want you to notice them. So when you meet them in real life, they are your fans. They like you, but they can't reach you. Because they can't reach you, they will start hating on you. That's what I see. Like whenever I meet someone that hated on me on like whether on Twitter, Snap, or Instagram or anywhere, like in the end they just wanna talk with you.
And you're more likely to notice them. Yeah,
and
write back because you want to defend yourself.
Yeah, like have you guys ever tried like replying to someone that swears? I actually did this once and it was crazy. So they were swearing at me in my DMs. Yeah. I said, "What's wrong?" And then they said, "Oh, I love you. Sorry, sorry."
Absolutely.
I was like, "How? You were swearing at me." But it's just them trying to get your attention sometimes. So.
I answered one person once as well, and that's because I did this video where I did the six-pack tattoo on Sul.
Yeah.
And people thought it was a real six-pack tattoo, and I got this DM like, look what you're doing to this guy just for likes and this and that. And I just answered, "I'm glad you thought it was a real tattoo." And then it's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
I really thought it was real tattoo.
Yeah, me too.
So
it was really well done.
It was well done.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the first time a company or a brand noticed you. Your first collaboration. How was that? Or do you remember the first collaboration you ever did with a brand?
I got a first brand deal when Sul went viral, and they offered me a year contract.
Nice. And
they offered $48,000, and I didn't take it because I knew the potential he had, and I knew that his value would increase to, you know, and I didn't want to be tied to a company and like create content. And you know, when you work with a company, they want you know, content a certain way, and I didn't want to be tied to that, and I didn't want to just post advertisements on my page. I wanted to create content. I still wanted to create funny things, and I wanted people to to keep following Sul, and I wanted to grow his page first, so I didn't take that. But then when he reached a certain point where I saw that the money was better, then I would take one post, and that was a better decision, I think.
I think you did the right job.
Yeah. My first offer, I remember this so well. I was so excited, and I did it, and it wasn't 48,000. It was $300. It was so little, but I was so excited. I was like, yes, I'm making money. This is so cool. And it was just like they wanted me to try out the app. It was actually a really cool app. It was like these filters and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember I like shot that video for hours. Like now I wouldn't even do anything for hours, but like I sat there trying to make it. I was like, I hope they like it. This is my first deal. And like I was so excited to announce it. And that's why I say, like, at the beginning, everything is just so new and exciting for you. Like looking back at it, I'm like, yo, did I really do that? Like that many hours just for that? But yeah, that was my first one. That was like 3 years ago. And then after that, I kind of learned, okay, you know what, maybe I should kind of up the price a little and start making cool stuff with it. So yeah.
See, I don't think a lot of people realize that, you know, when we get brand deals, we're still thinking of what's the best way we can create content around this brand. It's not just about, okay, we're getting paid for an ad, boom, just put it out there. We have this responsibility of all of these people choosing to spend time with us every single day to watch our content. We cannot take advantage of that or take that for granted. So when we get a brand deal, it's either does it fit with our followers? Is that something they're going to be interested in? Does it fit with me and my brand? Does it fit for their brand as well? You know, are we actually going to be able to add any value to their brand? And you've got to ask yourself all of these questions before you even say yes to a brand, right? And then once all of those questions are answered and you say yes, 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 you've still got to come up with something creative. You know, it's either got to be funny or it's got to like be exciting or unique or something like that. So, you know, collabs they're hard, and I think 99% of our content is still ad-free. You know, we're still working every single day just to produce content, and then just so that we can keep producing content, we need to be able.
I took this brand deal once with a makeup brand, and you know, my following is 80% men. Yeah. Sul is Sul. Like, what can I do with? But the money was good, you know. So I had to take it, and I felt, you know, like it blocked my whole creative thinking, and it blocked me from creating other content because I was just so focused on what can I create for this company. I need to deliver. And yeah, at least I'm done with it now. So.
Did you deliver?
Yeah, I delivered.
Was it funny?
They were happy, yeah.
They were happy?
Anything he does is funny, so. Makeup. Did a makeup tutorial.
What about you? What was like the first?
The first one was unpaid.
Okay.
It was like, it's not a brand. It was like a you know, like
a restaurant?
Not even a restaurant, it's like
Kalaka place.
It was like a small project, like by a lady.
You got a date?
So she just sent me a mini cupcake.
Mini cupcake.
And then I was like, I told my brother, like, who's this for?
Yeah.
He's like, for you. I'm like, this cupcake is for me? And I was shocked because like they never sent me anything. So I felt so special. Yeah, I felt so special. And then I just did it for free. Yeah, I didn't ask for money. I swear to God, wallah.
Does she still do cupcakes?
She still remembers.
She still remembers?
I swear I met her in Union Cup. She said, like, you remember, like, I was the owner of the mini cupcake. I'm like,
oh,
yo.
Did she do it big? Like, is she big right now?
I think, yeah.
You should have a cut.
Yeah.
You should have a cut of it.
No, I don't know. I had no idea. I had no idea I would be this big. So yeah, it was my unpaid.
It's always good to remember like how you started and the first deal. It always gets you like to that state of mind that you were doing it for fun, and then someone contacted you because they appreciated your content, and now they want to work with you because you can add to them and they can add to you. Yeah. Let's open the space to you guys if you want to ask them any questions. If you have any question for our amazing influencers.
Nope.
No questions? We have a question there.
Be careful.
We have a mic. if you're gonna ask me the question, I'm not gonna answer.
No, I'm happy you're just awake. Thank you. Hi. This question is for Bimbaz. Be ready. I wanted to ask you, because I was one of the people that started following you quite early, and I actually love your content, and I crack up every time I see it.
Thank you.
How did you develop it, and how did you grow it, and where do you see it going? Okay, so I follow you, I look at it, then what? Then what are you gonna do?
It's just like, first I started
And
like...
do you plan it? Sorry, and do you
Yeah.
plan it?
Yeah. I plan everything. Before I wasn't planning. It's just like, once I get the idea, I will shoot it right away. So the way I develop it, it's like by developing the equipment, the team, the goal, bigger goals. Like first goal, maybe let's say like, okay, I'm gonna reach 2 million, and then second goal is like, okay, I'm gonna have these brands to work with, and then okay, I wanna do like movies. Your ideas, your content is just, like one day. You wake up, you're like, oh, all right, I did this. I don't want to do the same. So I want to do something more. And the ideas, every time when I write them, it's like I write the idea, and then I don't shoot it straight away. I just develop it. I sit with my friends. I'm like, listen, I have an idea. Like, I'm going to a restaurant and then just meeting this girl like this. They're like, no, make it this way. So I just keep developing on the idea. So once, like, you don't see sometimes people, like, they will just shoot a video, like, on social media, and you don't get the right idea because they didn't develop it. Like, they didn't develop the idea right way. So for me, it's now, like, every time I write an idea, I just keep developing for a couple of weeks and then shoot it. So, yeah.
Like, you have the ingredients, but you want to cook the perfect meal.
Yes.
So you have to take your time with it.
Yeah. نفس الشيء.
نفس الشيء. We have another question there.
Hi, my name is Alia.
Hi, Alia.
Hi, Alia. Hello.
This is a question for all of you. I wanted to know, what are you guys planning in the next 5 years? 2023.
I'm still trying to plan tomorrow.
Anyone who wants to answer that question 5 years from now?
Yeah.
I'll answer.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Oh, thank you so much. A few things. So I've actually just launched on a Chinese platform, which I think is going to be awesome. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I mean, it's just such a massive market, and it's untapped as of yet for Western content creators, because they've all got their own, China has their own apps, so they have their own, Facebook equivalent, Instagram equivalent, and now they've just launched an app that's open to Western contributors. So I've just launched there, so hopefully, I'll gain some an audience in China, so I think that's kind of exciting.
What's the app?
Not telling. No, I'll tell you later. So that's happening, and then I'm just on the last stages of signing a TV show in the States, and then my merch is about to come out in the next few months. So there's always stuff happening, but I feel you when you say you're trying to plan tomorrow. Like, I literally don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. But more so in the future, I've kind of like got some plans, but tomorrow I'm still trying to work out what content I'm going to create. So yeah.
For me, I think Sue would fit nicely in a Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to get my visa, but there's Trump in office, so maybe I might have to wait a bit longer.
I'm sure someone here will help you.
I think he'd fit well in a movie. He's done a couple of music video clips, but I want to see him in more video clips with hip hop artists and stuff like that. And yeah, just keep on creating content. I'm excited for what's going to be trending next and what content I can create next.
What about you, Mo?
Same, yeah. For me now, I just set up my first business, Fun and Shakes in Jumeirah, so I'm super excited about that. Thanks to my mum, she set up everything. And
Hi,
yeah,
Mama.
hello, mommy. And yeah, it's just moving forward. You just, like, me personally, I just want to get into more businesses. I feel like because we have so much following, it just kind of makes sense to like go into the real world with businesses. So I've set that up, and yeah, hopefully more to come. So
In 5 years.
In 5 years.
Married with kids.
I will be somewhere in Bali
In Bali.
doing some meditation.
Meditation.
In 5
Are you
years.
going to be a meditation influencer?
No, I will set up like everything like here, like in Dubai,
Yeah.
like business-wise.
Okay.
and then I'm just gonna leave.
Wait. What
Like to secure.
Yeah, but what are you gonna secure?
5 years, she said.
Yeah, 5 years, but what are you gonna secure? Like you said you're gonna do something, like a business.
My kids, my wife.
Are you throwing them away?
Everyone.
Are you trying to throw them away?
No, I'm not throwing, I'm just securing them.
That's securing?
Yes.
We learned something today.
This
This
is
is
like-
securing. Like, I'm securing everything right now.
This is like, yeah, like, anyway, like
I'm securing.
I'm gonna be somewhere like traveling, and
So you see yourself married?
maybe.
You just said you're gonna have kids, you're gonna have...
I don't know, 5 years, 5 years. How I'm gonna have kids, 5 years?
You can
10
have kids in
10
1
years.
year, what do you mean?
Ah, okay, 1 year. I thought we But yeah, 5 years, like, I'll for sure I'm gonna secure myself.
Yes.
And then just live my life.
Move to Bali.
In Bali. It's hard to see yourself like doing something else after this.
Actually, for me, because I work with Sul, so maybe I'll have to build a room for him in my house, or I'll have to move with him. I don't know.
You will move
In
with
5
him.
years, I forgot that in 5 years I'm already going to be 31. So,
You're still young, man. You're still
Yeah.
young.
but he's 50.
He's not young. But you still, for you to create content, I feel like it's easy for you to do the daily content. It's hard for you to be creative with the content. Because you can open your camera, do a Snapchat or Instagram story, and that's considered content now. But for you to do the post, that's the hard thing. It takes a lot of time for you to be creative, to do something.
Yeah.
Especially, you do a lot of things with cars.
Yeah.
So how do you escape that routine? Like, how can you avoid it?
Well, it's a team effort, I have to say. So, it's grown to the point where my husband is now full-time with me on my social media platform. And he manages a lot, and he's actually got a very creative mind, and I'm very, very thankful for that, because it takes, as you said, so much work to keep coming up with something new and creative. And you don't want to post something if you're not that excited about it.
Yes.
If you don't really think it's great and you don't really think that people will enjoy it, then you just would rather not post it. So I'm very thankful to him, because together we try and come up with really crazy ideas. And sometimes we think like months in ahead, okay, what car is going to be available then and where in the world, so we need to start planning that trip. And what are we going to do with that car? Can we take an F1 car and drive it through the city instead of putting it on the track where everyone expects it to be? It needs to be always something that people don't expect for it to go viral, for it to be seen by millions of people. So we're constantly trying to think outside the box. And it's definitely not easy. Yeah, some days I won't post on Instagram. I'll post every day on one of my platforms, but on some platform, if I'm not happy with the content, I don't think it's good enough, then I won't post it. And you shoot so much stuff, and you post like maybe 1 out of 100 things that you shoot, crazy.
Your gallery is full of the
Yeah,
same
just-
picture.
Literally had to just buy a new phone because it didn't have any space on the phone. I think something like, I don't know, how many videos do we have? Crazy, thousands and thousands and thousands, yeah.
What about you?
My gallery is just pictures of Sul now. But, I only create content if I really feel like this content is going to go viral. I don't like to post something if it's just entertaining. I like to post something that's going to make noise. So I take my time with my posts. Sometimes if it takes too long, like 2 weeks, I start getting anxiety, like shit, I need to post now. So I just try to stay creative and think of something.
For you, Mo, it's like...
For me, it's just every day I can't, like sometimes it's just, I have to just be brushing my teeth for a vlog, like just, okay, this is something I'm doing today, I'm brushing my teeth.
I traveled with you, man. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
No, I kill everybody when I'm traveling. Like even Ben Baz, whenever I'm with him, I'm like, bro, just do something funny, and I need to put you on my like, just do something funny, be you. But yeah, it's something. I took my first break this year, and it was like, wow, I'm taking a break. It feels good.
Was it scary?
Yeah, that's the one thing. It's like, if I come back, do they still know me? Am I here? Hello. But I took a break and it was actually amazing. I came back and more people were like, oh, we're glad to have you back. But yeah, sometimes
You felt more appreciated after the break?
No. I came back
Too short of a break.
You know, it was
I thought it was going to be a month. It was like 2 days.
It was a 1 week break. And during the break, I feel like even as like somebody on social media, I was still making content.
Yeah.
It was like I took a break, but I was just more easily making content. And people don't realize, like, when you're making videos, it's like, I don't have a regular job. I work every day, over hours, until like 4 a.m. sometimes. I'm just sitting up trying to think of stuff, so.
Every time.
Every single day. And my friends feel it, like, whoever's around me, they're like, yo, can you just sleep for once? Can you stop thinking? Or can you put the camera away? But it's just, you're committing yourself full time.
I celebrated my birthday with you 4 times.
While you're on holiday, we're like, okay, you know what, guys, bring out the cake, start clapping, and we're gonna make a video about it. So,
it was good for me. I love cake, so.
Yeah, we got him some free cake sometimes. Like, oh, we're about to promote your shop, just give us 1 cake.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's good to take a break sometimes, but you also have to stay on it.
Next birthday is gonna
Next
be
birthday,
Fun and Shakes.
yeah, at Fun and Shakes, guys.
Fun
Shout
and
out to
Shakes.
my restaurant.
Everyone is invited.
Everyone's invited. What about you?
شكرا السؤال.
السؤال إن we do content like on a daily basis.
On daily basis, like when you do content on daily basis, like after you feel like your life is being controlled.
Yes.
And then you just not thinking like normal people. It's like you feel like, you know, like your life, everything is controlled. Like you can't do this, you can't do that, I need to do this, I need to do. So you just keep focusing. You're like, that's why like I started like being away on social media. If you see my page, it's like I post every 1 month, like just one time. Because for me, like I don't want to be like, you know, I have to do this. Because before that, like I was like, oh, I didn't post anything. Like I need to post. Like I would just keep, you know, like questioning myself. And then I'm like, why I'm doing this? I need to be happy. So I started like, you know, like just whatever like anytime I feel like doing something, I will do it. Or I'm maybe just too lazy.
Too lazy?
No. But my life is controlled, you know, like be like, oh, like why you didn't post? I took a break. I'm doing this 5 years. Yes. 2013. So it's like long time. And in this like period, like I was controlled. And I wanted to make everyone like happy about what I do. And then like I cannot do that. I cannot make anyone, like everyone happy. Like, so I said like, I'm just gonna make myself happy. So I'm just living by that. Like now, like anytime if I feel like doing something, I'll do it. If I want to shoot, okay, today I'm happy, I'm gonna do video, I'm gonna do. Like second day, like I'm gonna take a break, and then third day, just like that. Just organizing a little bit.
Just organizing it.
Just balancing between the two.
I get that.
Because like once you get in it, and then you just every time you want more, and then okay, what's it? Yeah.
It's like it's so much work actually. Like behind each one of these accounts are people. You know, like it's 2 of us, it's 2 of you. There's your whole family.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about your situation,
But
but there are people helping.
whole city.
Yeah, whole city. It's so much work for each account. And I think that's why content creators end up hanging out together, because your friends that you were friends with before don't really understand why you can't come out for dinner and why you can't come on a boat party this Friday or go to brunch, because you're working and you're constantly creating
They don't
content.
understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I think our time, I want to talk with you guys more, and I'm sure a lot of people here video and things and what's next for you. We're gonna have with an amazing panel. The guys from Rock Nation, they're gonna speak with us, they're gonna talk with us, and we're gonna have also DJ Plus to moderate the whole thing. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for giving me your time.